Are you an indecisive person? Is there one thing in your life right now, one decision that you know you need to make, but you just can't do it? Is "I don't know what to do" plaguing your mind? Then keep watching. This video is for you. I'm Nick, and my mission with this channel is to help you wake up to the power, the potential, and the beauty of yourself and of this life. Today's video is all about indecisiveness, how to make decisions when you're confused, overwhelmed, and you just don't know what to do. We're going to talk about the problems with indecisiveness, where it might come from, why you might be struggling to make the decisions you need to make, and then importantly, stay tuned until the end for my personal 5 best ways that you can overcome this indecisiveness and start being more proactive and get out of this place of "I don't know what to do." Being stuck in indecisiveness can cause anxiety, it can cause you to miss opportunities, it can cause you to lose enjoyment in everything because you are so tunnel vision focused on this one problem that you can't solve. And from experience, it can just leave you feeling fed up and just down and sick of it. You ever get that feeling? If you're stuck in indecisiveness right now, if you hit that point where you just go, "I've had enough, I just can't do it, someone solve it for, I can't do it." That's what indecisiveness can leave you feeling like. And if you're in the starting stages of this is where you might end up. So it's important that we tackle this problem as soon as we can in the best way that we can. So where does indecisiveness come from? In my opinion, indecisiveness can come from mainly a lack of self-trust. If you don't trust yourself to make good decisions, if you don't trust yourself to make the best of anything no matter what happens, then you're going to be constantly caught in indecisiveness. I've done a whole video series on self-trust. Check out my latest video, how self-control builds self-trust. That is the most relevant video to building the type of self-trust you need to get yourself out of indecisiveness. It can also be caused by scarcity. Yeah, you believe that if you make the wrong decision, that's it, you're screwed. You're not going to get the chance to get this right again. You're afraid if you make the wrong decision with your partner, you break up with them, that you're not going to find someone else. You're afraid if you don't take this job, you're not going to get another one. Yeah, you're stuck in scarcity. Another big reason can be past traumas. So if you've had an experience in the past where a similar situation resulted in something really bad happening, then it can affect your decision-making skills for similar events now and in the future. If you don't delve into that past trauma and release it, the association is constantly there that if I make the wrong decision here, something terrible is going to happen. So you're going to stay stationary in one place and stuck in indecisiveness if you don't learn to let go of those past traumas. And another big reason that indecisiveness can come around, I heard very recently from a YouTube channel called Julia Christina Counseling. So make sure you go and check her video out on how to make good decisions. And her point was that we get stuck in indecisiveness regularly because we make it mean something about ourselves. Yeah, we make our decisions, the results of our decisions, we make them mean something about ourselves. So if I make the wrong decision, I'm stupid. If I make the wrong decision, then I make bad decisions, then I'm not to be trusted, or I'm worthless, or we have these negative associations. Yeah, we make it mean something about ourselves. So we need to learn to let go of that. So my top 5 solutions for overcoming indecisiveness and letting go of that "I don't know what to do" feeling are these. Number 1, reflect on your past decisions. We've all made millions of decisions through our lives. We make hundreds every single day, and the vast majority of them are very good decisions. Look at where you are now. Maybe even if you're someone who has made a handful of bad decisions that has led you to be somewhere you don't really want to be right now, the vast majority of your decisions in your life are still good decisions. All the way from what to eat to where should I live, who should I date, what should I do with my life. These are all decisions that for the most part you have likely made well. You've made good decisions. So we're going to reflect on what the evidence tells us. Do we trust our decision-making skills? Well, let's look at the evidence. up until this point, yeah, I've mostly made good decisions. Now, we all make a handful of bad decisions, so please don't get hung up on those and don't define yourself based off of those. That's just natural. We're never gonna have 100% hit rate. It's not gonna happen. So reflect on the good decisions you've made. Reflect on your overall percentage of good to bad, and you will highly likely see that you are a good decision maker. And be fair to yourself. Don't get caught up on the negatives. Be very, very fair to yourself here, okay? The point I wanna make on this as well is you are still here. Yeah, you're still alive, you're still breathing. Your decisions can't have been that bad if they've led you to the point where you're sat here right now with me watching this video, trying to improve your life, improve your decision-making skills. What you're doing right now is you're investing in yourself. So my point is, regardless of what decisions you have made, they've led you to the point now where you're the type of person that wants to improve, that wants to better their life. So you can't have gone that wrong. Solution number 2 is to understand that you don't have to get everything right. It's impossible, you're never gonna get everything right, but you don't have to. You have to understand that you don't have to get it right. You will be okay no matter what happens because you're in control of your mind. You decide how you react, you decide what you do with a situation. Even if it makes you feel bad to start with, you decide what you do with that. And you can always decide to keep pushing, to keep improving, to learn from your mistakes, and to make the right decision in the end, yeah? To take growth from something instead of a hit, like you made the wrong decision. You're gonna take the lesson instead of the failure. Yeah, you are in control of all of this stuff. So you need to learn to trust yourself that no matter what happens, you will always be okay. You will always make the best of a situation. Number 3 is abundance. Learn to cultivate an abundance mindset. I'll do a full video on abundance soon. But you have to understand that there is an unlimited amount of opportunities in this world, okay? And I'm not talking about exact replacement for things you might have lost. Let's take dating as an example. If you're thinking, should I break up with this person? I really don't know what to do. Say you decide to break up with them. So yeah, say you're stuck in scarcity, because again, like we said about, that's one of the biggest causes of indecisiveness is scarcity. So you're afraid, I'm not gonna get someone this good again. I'm not gonna be this happy with someone again. What if it's the wrong decision? If you have got a certain caliber of relationship once, yeah, if you got to a certain level of happiness and satisfaction in a relationship, you can get that again and again and again and again. Okay, look at people who've been married for 40 years and then they get divorced or they sadly lose their partner, and then years later they remarry and they're even happier. The world is abundant. You never run out of opportunities. You can always get back what you lost in one form or another. It's never gonna be the exact same, but it doesn't have to be. There is an unlimited amount of resources, of opportunities, of people, of jobs, of everything. So don't ever think that you're gonna run out. Don't ever think that a decision is final and that's it. You can never be that happy again. You can never be that fulfilled again. It's not the case. The world is abundant. You can always build yourself back up and have an amazing life no matter what decisions you make. My 4th point is you know what is right for you better than anyone else in the world does. You know yourself better than anyone. You know what's right for you better than anyone does, regardless of what they're trained in, regardless of how much they know. You know you better than anyone. So when it comes to who knows what's right for me, who should I trust when it comes to this? You know what's right for you. Trust yourself. Yeah, so even if your instinct is clouded, you're not entirely sure what's right for you, you don't exactly know how you truly feel about a situation, you can usually tap into that. Yeah, whether it's through meditating, through journaling, through asking yourself questions, you know, what do I think is right for me here? And just meditating on that, or like I said, journaling out the answer, just unconsciously just writing and seeing what comes out. You can tap into your instinct. No one else can really do that for you. So understand, you know what's best for you better than anyone does, regardless of what they tell you. So you should be your source of trust for decision making. Get down to the core of your instinct. Is this what I really want? Like I say, do some journaling, do some meditating, start to visualize both decisions that you could make, or all decisions that you could make, and see how they feel, see how they sit with you. Journal out those feelings. Pay attention to what that makes you feel like, what that makes you think on an instinctive level. Start to get in touch with that, and you'll be a lot clearer on what the right next step for you is. Because remember, you know what's right for you. You might need to do that little bit of work, like I said, to tap into that, but you know what's right for you. And this ties me to my last point, which is, it is always better at a certain point to move forward than to stay still. Growth, happiness, lessons, they all come from taking action, from moving forward. They don't come from staying where you are. So even if you're not sure what to do, and don't rush this, obviously give yourself time to make the right decision. But if you're stuck in indecisiveness and you get to the point where you're like, I just need to do something now, just do it. Just do it. Regardless of if you're unsure, sit down, strategize, plan, use the techniques I said before to understand what's right for you as best as you can. But if you're still uncertain, this is the final important step. Just take action. Use these other techniques to get clear as much as you can on what the right decision is for you, so that you have an inkling in either direction. And once you've done that, if you're not completely certain, or even if you couldn't get that inkling, but you've been stuck in this place for so long now that you're like, I just need to get out of this headspace, just jump, take the leap. You will catch yourself. You will fly if you jump. You will be okay. It's better to move forward than it is to stay still. You're gonna grow, you're gonna learn, you're gonna take the lessons from the situation, because you are gonna choose to do those things. You're gonna choose to view it in that way. So it doesn't matter if you get it right, okay? You will make the best of it. It's better to just act than it is to stay stationary. You will also understand more about your instincts when you take these actions. So maybe you did these other techniques and you tried to tap into your instinct and you got clearer, but you didn't quite get to it. So now you make this decision and you just say, okay, I've just got to act. I just need to go. And you just go, boom. Reflecting on how you feel after that will help you understand better what your instinct was in the first place. Because you'll go, oh yeah, I was right about that. Or, oh no, what I just dismissed as like intrusive thoughts and all this kind of stuff, that was actually my instinct. Damn it, okay. Now I know that. You wouldn't have known that otherwise, and this is the most important point. You have to make your own mistakes. You have to make your own decisions and your own mistakes and learn your own lessons. Perfectionism is something that I struggle with so much in the past, and it still affects me a little bit today. I want to get everything right first time. I'm still a bit prone to that kind of thinking. But what we have to understand is we have to make our own mistakes. We can't look to other people to tell us what's right. Even if what they're saying maybe would have been best for us, still the best thing that we can do for ourselves is to do what we feel is right and to find out whether that actually was what's right for us or not. Because even if that person knows the most perfect answer for us, if we don't learn that lesson ourselves, it's not going to sink in. You're not going to build that self-trust, you're not going to build your decision-making skills, and you're not going to build your self-awareness of what you really want and what your instinct really is. You have to learn your own lessons. You have to make your own mistakes. So if you're stuck in this place of indecisiveness, remember, strategize as best you can, try and get clear on where you need to go, but when it gets to a certain point, and you can stamp this in the calendar, just take action. It is better to move than it is to stay where you are. You will learn, you will grow, and you will be okay. So, as always, please subscribe and hit the bell for new videos every Friday and every Sunday. Like this video. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments section. Do you struggle with indecisiveness? What is your current battle with indecisiveness in your life? And as always, stay tuned for the next video.